Hey guys, I'm Lauren Chapler. I'm a full-time teacher author, and today we're going to be talking about 5 things I wish I would have known when I first started selling on Teachers Pay Teachers. Number 1 makes it to the top of the list because it was the biggest time waster for me when I first started. I was trying to make everything in Microsoft Word, and I was getting really discouraged by how long it was taking me to create things because the formatting was really difficult to do. I was trying to layer text boxes and images and shapes. It just was not happening. It was a very frustrating experience until I learned that I should be using a different program. So the number 1 program teacher authors use is Microsoft PowerPoint. Microsoft PowerPoint is a really great starting place for pretty much anybody. And if you're a Mac user, Keynote is also a really great option. Both are really cost effective. For some people, you already have them on your computer, and so you won't have to spend any money. Just maybe a little bit of time getting to know the program a little bit better. For more advanced users, you may want to try something like Adobe Illustrator or Adobe InDesign, but if you don't have any experience with Adobe, I recommend starting with PowerPoint first. If you're looking for a cheap option and you don't have PowerPoint on your computer, although PowerPoint is pretty cheap, I want to say I spend just a little over $10 a month for all of Microsoft Office, and I feel like that's pretty cost effective. But if you're wanting something a little bit cheaper than that, you can always start with Google Slides. Easy, free. Just know that you're going to be a little bit more limited in the things that you're going to be able to do than you would on, say, Microsoft PowerPoint. Number 2, don't try to make everything perfect. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I have recorded this video 5,362 times because I kept trying to make everything perfect. And the time that it's taken me to record this one video, I could have shot 5 other videos that were just fine, that would have contained good content and good information, but no. I decided I was going to try to be a perfectionist. Now, I'm not showing this video because it is the best video. Please understand that. I'm doing it because I've decided to take my own advice and understand that it is better to put out good quality content than it is to waste time trying to make something perfect. So if I have the option of putting out 3 good quality resources in the time that it would take me to put out 1 perfect resource, I'm going to pick the 3 good quality resources. This is especially important when you first start out because you're learning a new skill. And the best way to learn that new skill is to practice it. So if I'm spending all of my time creating 1 resource, I'm not learning nearly as much as I would if I had created 3 resources. Yes, the 1 resource may be a little bit better than the 3 good resources, but here's what I'm going to tell you. It doesn't matter how great your first resource is. 6 months to a year from now, you're going to be a much better teacher author than you are right now. Because as you continue to create and learn and grow, you're going to refine your skill. And so most teacher authors have to go back and edit or completely recreate their first resources. Give yourself some grace. Do your best, but if your perfectionist tendencies are keeping you from being able to move forward in your business, just go ahead and put it out there and give yourself permission to come back later on and redo them if needed. Number 3, the biggest question that I get asked on a regular basis from people who are brand new sellers or people who are thinking about selling is, what do I make? And the answer to that is pretty simple. Make something that you can use in your classroom. Now, my reasoning for this is twofold. First of all, when you first put your resources out there, it can get a little bit discouraging if you're not seeing the kind of sales that you hoped to see. And so when I first started, I put my resources out there. They were not selling like hotcakes at all. In fact, they were barely selling. But what I kept telling myself was, you know what? I got to use this in my classroom. My kids loved it. It was useful for me. And so then it didn't keep me from getting so discouraged in the journey because I could see immediate benefits in my own classroom, even if I wasn't seeing them in my Teacher Pay Teacher store yet. The second reason for this is if you need it, chances are somebody else does too. What a lot of teacher authors do is they get on Teachers Pay Teachers, they go do a quick search, they look at what's selling really well, and then they try to recreate it or make their own version of that. The problem with this is you're setting yourself up to compete with the most popular products on the market. And when you're first starting out, you don't really want to compete against the best of the best. You want to set yourself apart from the best of the best. And so you want to offer the buyers something that they can't get anywhere else. Not only is this going to help you market your product by offering something that is unique, but it's also going to help you build a customer base. Because if that customer knows that you are the only person who creates that unique resource, then they know exactly who to come to from here on out. Number 4, go ahead and prepare to spend a little bit of money. And I mean a little bit of money. So you have kind of two kinds of people. You have the people who don't want to spend anything because they're not sure when they're going to get that money back. And you have people who start buying everything. And then they get super discouraged because they've spent all of this money and it's not coming back. So what I would say is set yourself a very reasonable budget. So I would invest in things like a program. So if I don't have Microsoft PowerPoint, I might want to buy that. And then I would want to invest in borders, page borders, clip art, and fonts. Now you can get a good quality set of clip art, fonts, and borders for just under $20 all together. So if you shop right and you shop smart, you can use those over and over and over again until you start to make a little bit of your money back. What you don't want to do is not spend any money and end up cutting corners and your products not come off looking polished and professional. Lastly, you want to get involved and meet and mingle with other teacher sellers. So a really great place to start is the TPT seller forums, where you'll be able to learn from and ask questions from other teacher authors and even ask for feedback on your store or on your products. It's a really great place to start. Another great option is to join a Facebook group. Now, I have a Facebook group for teacher sellers or for brand new teacher authors. You can find the link to that below if you'd love to join. We'd love to have you. There are other really great Facebook groups that are out there. Just look around and find one that's positive and encouraging and one where you can learn and grow with other sellers. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos and you can join my email list if you would like to get some great seller freebies. Be sure to subscribe and I hope you have a great day.